What's up guys, my name is Jellycut5 and welcome back to another episode of the FC25 Tenerife Career Mode. Before we do get into this video, if you haven't already, please hit that like button, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. We start off today's episode looking through some decent ratings that we've kind of gained throughout the career itself. Just noting some players that have upped in overall, one of them being Mikic. He is in the 70s now, Palacio 76, Plies 76. Some players that are really developing as they go on, as they are pretty young. As you see, Adrian Liso 76 rated, 21 years old. Just wanted to show you where we at in terms of the progression as a team and so on, and some of the players that have gone up in overall. Chris Riggs 73 rated, only 19 years old. Buadidi 73 rated, only 19 years old. Rob Cameron into the 70s now and he's only 18 years old. Alvarez has now reached the 80s as being 23 years old. We've got a very young squad that's developing in a decent way. Cruz 78 rated, he's doing pretty well himself. Gerardo Becker has even gained himself some decent overall since purchasing him from Real Sociedad. Looking at the scorings as well, Becker topping the goal scorers, 15 in 18. Just wanted to give you a little recap to see where I didn't really show that many players overall this time, but I will do a recap from time to time just to show you where we are at as a squad. But we've got a big one, the final of the Supercopa, and we faced Cadiz. Cadiz faced Real Madrid in the semi-finals and managed to come out 3-1. So it is a repeat of the Copa de España final, but this time in the Supercopa. Looking forward to this one, but no, we can kind of get the job done in fairness. Cadiz haven't had the best of seasons and we normally fare well against them. This is the lineup: Malagon in goal, Melo, Kouassi, Palacio, Rodriguez. Moving forward to the midfield, we've got Sarr, Rig, Ruiz and Liso. Alvarez just ahead and Yanis and Hadji as the lone striker. Not the strongest team that we've ever put on paper, but at the same time, this is what we're working with at this moment, and I definitely feel like they can get the job done against the Cadiz side there. Tenerife to get themselves kicked off there as Carlos Alvarez moves the ball to the left-hand side straight away. Really confident we can get something out of this. It's a lovely ball over to Liso from Senhaji. It's a great ball, but the header isn't guided enough there. But a great start in the first minute or so, that's for sure. Really didn't expect that, but a lovely ball from Liso, and that could have really come off something, but not to be on that particular occasion there, as you can see. As Cadiz now on the ball in the middle of the park there, looking to see if they can create their own opportunity. Teto, our previous man there, we sold him in our first season, I'm pretty sure, to Cadiz, and he is still there at this moment in time as Liso nods it on to Melo. Melo looking to see if he could do something. This could be his potential last silverware as a Tenerife player, as he do remind you, he is retiring at the end of the season. Alvarez now striding forward, trying to get something going. Advantage being played as he gets shrugged off the ball, but it is a foul. We've got a chance on the free kick to see if we can whip the ball in there. Ismail Assar with the whip. It's a great ball, and Adrian Liso latches onto it. It's Tenerife that take the lead in the Supercopa final. It's Tenerife 1, Cadiz 0, and Adrian Liso gets himself on the score sheet. What a ball! What a ball. I did not think Ismail Assar had that in his locker by any means whatsoever. Really, really lovely floated ball into the box. As you can see, it's a difficult angle to be able to kind of do that. But there's just no one around him, as you can see. Liso picks himself out perfectly. It only requires a touch to be able to poke it past the keeper. And that is a super, super hit. Really, really happy with that. Well, it's kind of like a training ground move, it felt like, in fairness. A very, very good move, that is for sure. And we are now leading in this tie. Later on in the first half, 39 minutes. The game has sort of calmed down from that goal there, as you can see, as Yanis and Hadji looks to stride forward, finding Adrian Liso. Liso seems to be involved a lot in this tie as he seems to get something going here, as you can see. Senhaji is there. What a ball to Senhaji. He's got a goal. He's got an assist. And Yanis and Hadji latches onto that one to make it Tenerife 2 and Cadiz 0. One hand on the trophy, shall we say? I'm not too sure. I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but what a goal that is, and what a start in this first half. A very, very good half so far, and we've definitely kind of worked ourselves in a great way, that's for sure. Really didn't expect that, but at the same time, it looks to be that we are the stronger side on paper, and we are definitely acting like that. What a dink over the top to Yanis and Hadji, and he's done really well to be able to kind of know the move was going to happen. Really, really happy with that one, that's for sure, and he nearly tries to get another one there, as you can see, as he does so well, but the keeper denies him on that particular opportunity. But yeah, great first half. Let's see if we can do anything in the second, as 55 minutes are gone. Kouassi looks to clear, but it finds Tinjanji. Vasquez now on the ball. It's a great chance for Cadiz there, as you can see, as he's got a lovely bit of space here. Tries to get something something going. Palacio with a lovely block. It's once again Vasquez, and it just strays wide. You can only think he'll be very annoyed with himself, knowing he could have taken that opportunity, but not to be, as Malagon plays it out from the back. Kouassi over to Melo. Melo now going over to the middle potentially, but he fancies the left-hand side instead, as Adrian Liso there trying to see if he can do anything on the ball, as he finds Ruiz in the middle. Lots of players in the middle as he finds Alvarez. Now trying to see if we can use the left-hand side once again, but Alvarez favouring the right there as Ismail Assar is in support. Back over to Ruiz there. Ruiz has got a lot of space. He could hit it there, and he does so, and that is a decent effort, just straying wide on that particular occasion there, as you can see. Really, really good chances in the second half to be able to get a third and put this game to bed, but not to be on this particular occasion, as we are in the 61st minute now. Feel like we're pretty cool, calm and collected in this moment. I'm pretty sure that we're safe in the, also, but at the same time you just never know. Now on to Ruiz. He's on to Liso after winning back possession there, as you can see. Senhaji in support. Liso had a great first half. Can he do something in the second here? He finds Senhaji. What a ball that is. He touches it down, but the finish lets him down, unfortunately, and that is the end of that particular attack, and nearly another assist and another goal for Senhaji there, as he looked to be able to make a few changes. Diarra on for Chris Rigg. Yanis Senhaji potentially coming off, but we're going to wait for that moment, and we're just going to make the substitution for Kouassi coming off for Leon. 14 minutes left to play in this tie. We're looking very comfortable. We just need to see the game out. No stupid goals to be conceded in the latter minutes of this tie, as Yanis Senhaji finds Alvarez. Alvarez now looking to get past his man. He does it in great fashion. He's one-on-one, and it hits the bar onto the goal line. How that's not gone in, I am not too sure, in fairness. A very, very good effort, denied by literally a little bit of a white grass on the line there. Really, really annoying, but unfortunately, we still are only 2 goals ahead with 10 minutes left to play on the clock. Cadiz now looking to stride forward. The game sort of hyped up in the last 10. Vasquez over to Janjaji. Turns his man really well. He's open on goal. He finds Ramos. It's a great bit of play from Cadiz, I have to say. Shrugging Ramos off the ball, but he gets back on it. Ramos, Vasquez now, and he has got the goal, and that is slightly worrying, I have to say, because they are back into this tie. The only thing that's on our side is there's not many minutes left to play in the tie overall, but let's see what happens. It's a great ball, in fairness to Ramos, being able to kind of shrug his players off and be able to kind of get his player in. Vasquez does well on the finish, but not to see kind of be for ourselves in terms of the defending, as Ismail Assar looks to make on a great run. That's a great move from Sarr, in fairness, but the shot kind of lets him down. +1 on the clock. Surely we can see this game out now. Surely they haven't got one last attack if we can kind of push them in our own half, and the full-time whistle has been blown. It's Tenerife 2, Cadiz 1, and we are now crowned champions of the Supercopa. That is a brilliant way to be able to kind of have your first silverware of the season. Really, really happy with that one. Very unexpected at the same time, but very happy with that. It's been a difficult one to be able to say if we was going to do anything in this particular competition. Facing Girona, that was a tough one in extra time, and then facing Cadiz there, as much as we look the stronger side on paper, that's never guaranteed, that's for sure, but we are going to be lifting the Supercopa. A very, very proud moment in the history of Tenerife, and David Rodriguez with the armband, and not as usual when he does pit on the pitch, will be lifting the trophy there. As he looks to hold the trophy, he lifts it above his head, and Tenerife are crowned Supercopa champions. Can't say it's a lengthy competition, and can't say we deserve it to so much extent, but we've won our 2 games at the end of the day. It's not the biggest trophy in prize football, but at the same time, if you're in it, I feel like you want to win it, and this is definitely what we've done in this moment. And it's another kind of bit of experience for ourselves as a side and so on, because we're still learning. We're not exactly the best side within the Spanish division. It's just being about trying to take our chances, and we've definitely taken one here by being able to lift the Supercopa. A proud moment for the players and the fans, and a proud moment definitely for one as a club. Moving forward to Copa de España now, as we face Girona once again. We keep facing them, don't we? But we simulate this particular one. A 3-1 victory in the end, as Sheraldo Becker with 2 and Daniel James with 1. He could have got a third, Sheraldo Becker, but unfortunately missing out a penalty, and the only goal falling to David Lopez, which seemed to be a consolation goal, as he gets the last goal in the 71st minute. So through to the next round of the Copa de España, and now a massive tie in the Liga, as we look to be able to continue on our form against Villarreal this particular time round. A strong side that's been kept themselves in a good form, keeping themselves in the top 4 at this moment in time. Looking forward to this one, because it's a challenge, and we always like like a challenge, that's for sure. Just whether we can kind of live up to the expectation and see what we can do on this particular time against Villarreal. This is going to be the lineup. Malagon in goal as normal. Back four is going to be Cancelo, Spiliers, Palacio and Mikic. Midfield of James, Rigg, Buadidi and Liso. Midfield attacking is Alvarez, and lone striker is Geraldo Becker. Strong side to face a strong side in fairness. So let's see how we fare against Villarreal, and let's see what we can do against the team in yellow. 11 minutes into the game, Buadidi finds Chris Rigg in the middle as he looks to stride forward and create something for himself. And he does well in fairness, but not to be on that particular occasion as he stops in his tracks. Nicolas Pepe, the former Arsenal man, finding Bonnie there as he puts it over to his teammate. Lovely bit of attacking move here, as you can see they move the ball nice and quickly, and Bonnie is in here, one-on-one with the keeper, and Malagon is quick out to that one, that's for sure. A really, really good interception. Happy about that one, because if he weren't to have done so, I reckon Bonnie would have been in and got his goal. Now we look to go forward. Geraldo Becker finding Alvarez on the right hand side. Counter-attacking move for Tenerife there as we look to get into the area, trying to do something, but the defender puts it out for a corner kick. Bit of a slow start to the first half, in fairness. Nothing really created between the two sides. I know they had a half chance when Malagon came out, but nothing really created that you can say that was a dead cert of what either side should be in front at this moment in time. Just being one of those where we're trying to find our feet and find the way of this game, but sometimes it takes longer than expected. Alvarez now moving forward after a decent challenge in the middle of the park as Geraldo Becker looks to see if he can do something here, as you can see. Alvarez to Becker. Becker looking to find Alvarez once again. A looping ball finds Alvarez. It's a great ball. It's an even better finish. Tenerife do open the scoring. It's Tenerife 1, Villarreal 0, and Carlos Alvarez with a lovely finish there, as you can see, after the assist from Geraldo Becker. The dink over was perfect, but he's not exactly the most physical player to be able to shrug off the defender and get in that sort of position, but he does really well, and it's a very nimble move at the same time. He does so well to be able to touch it down. He's got a lot of time to be able to hit it, but he hits it first time in his left foot, a cross goal into the back of the net, and I'm very, very happy with that one, that is for sure, and we are now in front in this tie. But into the second half, and we reach to the 70th minute now, because the second half was very tame. This whole game was very tame, in fairness. Nothing really created by either side, and it was just a case of being able to kind of pull back and forth and to see what we can do. With a lovely chance here for Villarreal on the outside of the area. Does really well, in fairness, finding his teammate, and it's a lovely save once again from Malagon at his near post. Could have fumbled that one, but a very, very good opportunity to get the ball, and he does exactly that. And now we still are in front in this tie. I feel like we're going to be level at this moment in time, though, because Villarreal are really hyping on the pressure now. Pepe once again putting his teammate onto Bonnie. Bonnie's got a chance here. He takes the shot, and that's another save from Malagon, keeping his side in it. He's been really good in recent weeks. Hopefully he can make that continue, but it's just very tough to see if that's going to be the case as Buadidi comes off the field for Diarra. Only a few minutes left in this tie. Can we see the victory out, or will Villarreal snatch one right at the death? Hartman over to Rega. Villarreal have probably got one last chance, +1 on the clock to Rat. Over to Safety. Loops it over to Bonnie. Oh my lord, what a finish that was from Bonnie. An absolute over-the-head belter to be able to solidify a point in this tie, and you have to say it's somewhat deserved to some sort of degree. We didn't really play that well in the second half, and as you can see, we didn't really have any opportunities. First half, we had a few opportunities, and obviously we took one from Carlos Alvarez, but it was all Villarreal in the second half. But what a way to be able to score a point. Spiliers trying to win the header, but just so close to doing so, but not to be on that particular occasion. Malagon's been topping goal all game, but not stopping that one, that's for sure. And the points are shared against Villarreal. Slightly hard done by, but kind of conceding it so late on. I feel like we could have kind of saw that out and been able to kind of get the win, but that's how games go sometimes, and unfortunately that's just how football goes. But at least it's a point. It's nothing. We've got 2 points dropped, don't get me wrong, but at least it's not all 3 that we've lost, and hopefully we can kind of go further forward onto that and get another victory. Liso is happy about the game time, and he has mentioned that, but one person that isn't happy is Marcel Ruiz, and this keeps getting mentioned. I'm not too sure if it's going to be the same sort of saga as Javier N'Golo, and if he's going to hand in his transfer request at one point in time, but we're trying to give him as much game time as possible, but we'll see what we can do as we have another Copa de España fixture, this time against Atletico Bilbao, and be able to kind of make amends of that defeat against them in the league. But unfortunately, Yanis Senhaji sent off after Marcel Ruiz and Luzmi Cruz fight back after going 1-0 down to an effort from Adli in the 49th minute. Annoying that Senhaji was sent off, but at the same time, at least we are through to the quarterfinals of the Copa de España. Another tighter play in the Liga as we now face Atletico Madrid. When we previously played them at the Metropolitano Metropolitan, it was a very, very tough tie, and unfortunately we fell short. They're a very, very good side, so I'm hoping for bigger and better things at this particular fixture, but you just never know when you face such a top side in Atletico Madrid. This is the lineup: Malagon in goal, back four of Cancelo, Palacio, Spiliez and Mikic, midfield of James, Ruiz, Buadidi and Liso, midfield is Dylan Pereira, and up front is Geraldo Becker. Few changes: Carlos Alvarez missing out on this particular tie as he gets to the bench there, as you can see, as well as Ismail Assar on the right hand side instead, and we have Adrian Liso on there, and he's just been able to change it up in terms of the fitness and everything else, and being able to manage the games that we have got in this particular calendar. But a great start from Atletico Madrid there, as Malagon's forced into a save in the 4th minute there, looking to pick the ball up once again and get the ball into the area, but Buadidi with an interception finding Ruiz. Now to Pereira there, as you can see, as he offloads it to Liso. Liso striding forward, finding his teammate Geraldo Becker. He's got a lot of space as he overlaps it to Pereira. Great ball to Pereira in fairness, and another straight ball to Becker. Becker's in here, he could get a great chance, and now it's a super save from Jan Oblak. We know what he's capable of, and that's definitely big saves like that, and he's proved it on this particular occasion, that is for sure. But both sides having chances early on in the first half. It seems to be a great game so far, as De Paul's now played in there. As you can see, the Argentine plays it over to Victor Gyökeres, and that is a super bit of reaction from Malagon there, as he rushes out to the ball and he prevents a goal there. As you can see, his corner kick is taken and Malagon collects it nice and comfortably. 31 minutes into the game, haven't really had any chances apart from that one from Geraldo Becker. The form is being kept up from Atletico Madrid, and the pressure is definitely mounting as Molina now looks to skip inside on the right, looks to get something going here, as you can see, as he looks to offer it to Gyökeres. Gyökeres is in here one-on-one, and now is that not gone in? I'm pretty sure Malagon gets a touch as he puts it onto the post, and we do get it clear, but very, very unlucky for Victor Gyökeres, but very lucky for Tenerife, that is for sure, as we now look to stride forward. Daniel James to Becker, trying to play in Dylan Pereira, but not to be on that occasion there, as you can see, is De Paul now on the ball. Benacer for Atletico Madrid, putting it over to his teammate Cruz. Now on the left-hand side, back into De Paul there, as you can see. They pass it about so fluently. Simeone has got his team playing very, very well, and they're a very hard side to face. A team that is currently sitting in the top 4 and definitely putting a title challenge on for themselves here, as Marcelo Ruiz makes a solid challenge, finding Daniel James on the left-hand side. James now striding forward, using his pace. Not many surrounding him though. He needs the support, and only Becker is there. But Geraldo Becker and Oblak with the save. It's Pereira, and how has he saved that? A double save. You can only think he's unbeatable at this point, because at that moment in time you can only think that Dylan Pereira is going to finish that one, but it's not to be on that occasion, and unfortunately we still are level as Dylan Pereira looks to make the efforts harder for the defender. He definitely does so, but doesn't win the ball back unfortunately, and it looks to be the end of that particular attack for ourselves, as the Atletico Madrid player out from the back there, as you can see, finding Sorloth. Sorloth now taking the ball down and looking to find a teammate. Gyökeres in support at the same time, but Sorloth fancy it himself as Buadidi makes a good interception, only putting it out for a throw in there, as you can see, as Sorloth looks to take the throw nice and quickly, and he definitely does that, finding a teammate. Madrid still passing it about really nicely in fairness, and they look to go on the attack themselves here, as you can see, as Mikic can't stop the left hand side winger, really trying hard to stop him, as you can see, as Mikic tries to jockey the player over to Sorloth. He does well now, back onto his teammate there, as you can see, and that is a super block from Marcelo Ruiz, putting it out for a corner kick. Into the second half now, still level and still goalless in this moment in time. Really hard to predict what's going to happen in the second half, because it was very tightly contested, with both chances coming to either side, as Marcelo Ruiz looks to stride forward in the second half. He looks for a great opportunity here. Ruiz now striding forward. It's Marcelo Ruiz. What a great start to the second half. It's Tenerife 1, Atletico Madrid 0. Marcelo Ruiz isn't one to normally get on the score sheet, but he has done on this particular occasion, and he has got a vital goal in this game to be the first and to put us ahead. I'm not too sure if it's deserved, but we'll definitely take it, that's for sure. Lovely run from Marcelo Ruiz, catching them off guard early on in the second half. I think they're still half asleep from coming out from the break. A very good effort though, that's for sure. Jan Oblak's pulled off some mighty saves in that first half, but not to be in the second, and we are now in front in this tie. 50 minutes played there. Daniel James looking to latch onto a ball, but not to be, as Benacer whips it back into the box there. Gyökeres winning the header. He finds a teammate. He's done really well at the same time there, trying to fend him off, as we do exactly that, as Liso made a poor pass. Atletico Madrid back in possession there, as you can see on the left hand side, over to Cruz. Now back onto Kearsgaard there on the left-hand side. Does really well to find Gyökeres. Gyökeres now with a chance. He thought he would shoot, but he's not done so. He's shot now, and the ball has just gone wide. As you can see, Simeone is not too sure how that has happened in that moment in time, and it will fall out for a goal kick. A really, really good opportunity to get themselves level, but not to be on that occasion. And now a goal kick as Managon plays it short to Palacio. Over to Cancelo. Cancelo to James. Can we get an attack brewing here? As you can see, Becker with the support. James with the run. Daniel James is in here. He's one-on-one. The pace is too much for him, and a poor shot. Daniel James once again here. He passes it over to Dylan Pereira. Back to Daniel James, and in second time lucky, he has got his goal. It's Tenerife 2, Atletico Madrid 0, and the Welshman gets on the score sheet after a great run, one-on-one with the keeper. He's probably scored the harder of the two chances that he did just face there. A really, really good effort and originally, but not to be, as Jan Oblak denied him. But we still maintain the possession. A decent ball over to Daniel James. He thumps it on his right foot, and he has got no chance of saving that one. And we now have a 2-goal lead. Very surprised to see that, I have to say. It's not many times that you say you've got a 2-goal lead versus Atletico Madrid, and there's not that long left whatsoever, as long as we can keep it tight at the back and not have any late scares. And I'm pretty sure we should have a victory as Gyökeres looks to latch onto the header, but Palacio can't. Palacio does, sorry, as Buadidi clears now. Marcel Ruiz over to the right hand side of Dylan Pereira. Lovely ball, I have to say. Dylan Pereira latched onto the ball, fighting for the ball there. As you can see, Dylan Pereira, he's got Becker in support, but he fancies it himself, and he's definitely secured the win. It's Tenerife 3, Atletico Madrid 0, and what a game this is for Tenerife. A complete difference to the reverse fixture that we played earlier on in the season. We got absolutely thumped in that one, but not to be on this occasion. We look to be coming out with the victory, and what an effort that is from Dylan Pereira, filling in for Carlos Alvarez, and Tenerife do get the win. A big 3 points, a big clean sheet, and also a massive 3 goals against Atletico Madrid. It seems to be a common theme that we're able to kind of get ourselves a clean sheet now these days. Defending has become much more improved, and it's really nice to see at the same time, and hopefully that continues. But a great game from Dylan Pereira, great game from Geraldo Becker, Daniel James, really, really happy with that, and also Marcel Ruiz for getting on the score sheet. Really happy overall, that is for sure, as we go into European competitions now, as we face Bergamo, Palacio, a 2-2 draw there, as you can see, Cruz and Rodriguez getting on the score sheet, but not too fast, as we are already qualified in the European stages, as we are wait to face a next opponent in the Europa League there, as you can see. Looking at the table, we're currently sat third, so yeah, we're very nice and comfortable in that moment in time. There's many teams right below us there on lower points, so we should be absolutely fine. I'm pretty sure that they said that we have guaranteed promotion at the same time. We've only one more game to play in them particular stages, but looking forward to the Liga table now. We've had some big wins in the league, and that's for sure. Really, really happy with the efforts that we've displayed on the pitch and off the pitch. Really, really happy. Granada with 2 wins, but at the same time, still 20th. Not really good enough for themselves whatsoever. Looking forward to Sevilla in 9th. That's really surprising to see. There's some top sides in the top 10, but Real Madrid pushed themselves into the top 4, being the Champions League places, and they're not that far off of the table, in fairness. They had a poor start to the season. Barcelona on 45 points right at the top. Only 3 points behind them. Then we're level on points with Atletico Madrid and a few points behind Real Madrid. We played 20, won 12, drawn 6 and lost 2. So we're definitely keeping up the momentum. We're definitely kind of staying there or thereabouts. Just whether we can kind of keep up the pace into the latter parts of the season. But that is it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe for more content, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.